Neka Knows. I am Neka, and today we are going to talk about trauma at a mental hospital. Okay, so where do I start? Um, why did I go to the mental hospital? This particular time, I've been to the mental hospital a number of times, mostly for suicide ideation. But the first time was for severe depression. And this one particular time, I decided to slit my wrist. I had it all planned out. I didn't have it all planned out. I had planned to tape my wrist and neck and legs to stop blood flow. I heard that someone did it somewhere, and you may not know, but people who are, or when I get to a point where I want to die, when I've gotten to a point where I want to die, you have to pick a way to die. The ways I've chosen, the very first time I tried, it was pills. I slept for like 2 days and woke up high, and it was crazy. I did try to take myself, but it was painful. So I untaped myself and I went to sleep, and I woke up the next day and drove myself to the lake with a nice little bag. I had a bag with some tape on the end or something. I used the razor. I wrote a little note first, and I was in my car, and I was trying to slit my wrist, but it was hard to do. It was very difficult to do. I was off of medicine. I've tried to kill myself more times on medicine than off of medicine, but this time I was off of medicine, and it's much more difficult to try to kill yourself off of the medicine for me, because there's some numbing, of things that you need to function. That if it's not numbed, you are too sensitive to function. You need it to function, but if you have it, it makes you more susceptible to clicking out. Best I can say it. So on the medicine, all I needed was logic. The logic is, I don't really have to be on this place, in this earth. I don't really fit in. It's not needed. Like, my family is good. My family has family of their own. There's no reason for me to be here. So that's all you need is the logic. But I wasn't on medication, so there was more to it. There was more emotions to it, and there's a little something, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's taking me so long to say. There is, I guess the pain part of it on the medicine is like, F the pain. So what? It's pain. It's gonna go away. It's fine. But off the medicine, it's like, that hurt. So I turned over to my hand. I seen they had a nice popping vein, and I know I sound excited about this. I don't know if I am or if I'm not. I'm excited that I finally tried to make this video. So if you want to see, this is my little cut. I just cut right across the vein, and it's a little messed up because another time after that I tried to do it again, years later. But anyway, this was supposed to be a success. I cut it really, really good. I saw the blood skeet out. And I just, because I didn't want to mess in the car, that's just how I am. I used the tape around, tape the bag around my hand so the blood would just flow in my hand. So if my sister was to get my car after I died, then she wouldn't get a bloody car, you know. So so then how the universe work? So now I'm losing blood, you know, you start to need to pass out, you know. When you giving blood, you may pass out, and it may have been, they say like when you start to lose so much blood, your body sends all the blood to your stomach, and it makes you pass out, makes you want to throw up, all that stuff. So I was getting hot in the car, so I went to wind down the windows, and my front two windows wouldn't go down. And my back window would go down, but I needed some more air. So what I wound up doing before I passed out was opening the door so I could get some air, but I actually passed out. So I passed out in the parking lot of the lake, and you know, and then some people came, a couple people, and I was in and out, like I could hear some of what they were saying. I was on the ground. I was probably feeling some type of way that this is not how I planned this to go. I remember a lady saying something like, you know, this Hollywood stuff, they just want to do everything that's on TV or something like that. It was crazy. It's like, lady, you have no idea the life I live. But anyway, so I'm supposed to be talking about the hospitalization, and I'm trying to tell you how I got to the hospital. So I completely passed out. I get in the ambulance. They put me in the ambulance, and I'm waking up in the ambulance. The lights in the ambulance, and this, I don't know if I seen the man yet or not, but I just knew I was in the ambulance, and this is not it. They about to try to save me. I don't want to be saved. I tried to die for a reason. I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, leave me alone. You're not going to live my life. You're not going to live my life for me when I leave out the hospital and have to go back into to regular life. You know, I wasn't living no horrible life. I was working at the post office. I had a good job, you know, and things like that. I had help. I had a friend who would, I don't know at that time if we was like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we was friends. I don't know. But it was, you know, like my life wasn't horrible, but socializing has never been a very easy thing for me to do. From a little girl till now, it's still like going to the grocery store, believe it or not, it can be a lot, you know. So anyway, you know, I'm trying to pull off the bandage, and the man said, you just hurting yourself, like you just stop it. It don't even make sense for you to try. And before we get out the ambulance, he tell me about these was it mantras or something? I don't know, but it was some other form of spiritual or mental help, you know, that he uses to get through and stuff like that. And I take it for, somebody who, you know, trying to care or whatever. So I take it with me. I go into the hospital. I feel like this has definitely been more about the suicide, because the hospital story is going to be long too. And I'm wondering if I should keep going, because I'm not going to chop this up. I'm not that far along in my YouTube, bro. Maybe I'll have to change the title. I'll change the title. All right. So this will be not trauma in the hospital. This will be a time I tried to commit suicide. Why? And when? And what happened? So what happened was, I wound up in a mental hospital. I failed. In the mental hospital, I got a whole nother PTSD from that. Like, just seriously, like it was horrible. Why I tried to commit suicide this particular time, I think I was doing, it wasn't long before this time that I had gotten off of medicine. I found a way to get off of medicine, by mistake, without the withdrawals, right? So when this happened, I had my mind back. Like, I forgot that I had a mind. Because when you're on medication, it's the thing, there's a lot of things that's like numb, that's just not there. I'm on medication right now. And I'm functioning fine enough. But I don't get my music. I'm not that connected to the water. Like, there's things that make my life meaningful that I don't have access to. Like, off the medicine, I don't usually always, it's rare that I feel alone. Even though I decided to kill myself, I really felt like I was going to be more with the spirits of the water, the spirits of the earth, or wherever the hell I came from, wherever in the world I came from. I wanted to be there because I just didn't fit in. I didn't feel like I fit in. Even with me loving my family, I don't really fit in, Okay, I be getting sidetracked. Why did I do it? At this particular time, I don't remember exactly what was going on. Oh, because I got off of medicine. I was doing good. I had my mind. I was getting to know me again because I forgot who I was. And I'm loving it, and I had money saved up. So I was, at some point I stopped working. But I wasn't depressed. I wasn't like just sitting in the house depressed, not working. I was like taking walks and, find, which may kind of be like mania, but I don't think I was manic, but I don't know. But anyway, I was taking walks and just really like trying to get to know myself, doing a lot of research. I'm a big researcher. I research, especially when I'm not doing well. Something that keeps me going and not committing suicide is being able to learn about what the diagnosis is. What's the problem? I need to get to the problem, So, what happened was I went to meet a therapist because I needed to find out what I needed to know to not, how to handle a relapse if I was to relapse. I was prepared to relapse. But I wanted to relapse into a medicine plan that wasn't the one that I was in. The same one that I had been trying to commit suicide on and all this stuff, right? Like, I might as well be off the medicine if I'm still trying to kill myself, So, I sought out, my grandmother was like, get a therapist, I sought out to prepare for the relapse. I wanted psychotherapy. She was concerned about giving me psychotherapy. She wanted me to see a psychiatrist. And for the psychiatrist to approve it. The psychiatrist was like, you need to get back on this medicine that you was on ASAP, and I ain't approving nothing. So I was like, well, look, just let me go back to work then. Like what y'all doing right now is too much. Like, I ain't violent. I'm taking care of myself. I'm eating extremely healthy. I was on a keto alkaline diet. And, like, I'm taking care of myself. I'm living by myself. Like, can I please go back to work? No, we can't let you go back to work. All right, now I can't go to work. You won't let me see my therapist. My therapist won't give me the type of therapy I think I need to get to, get through to why I was having the psychotic breaks that I was having, the episodes that I was having, including the suicide, at some point, because I would still go to the therapist every week, and she would pretty much tell me, we can do this kind of therapy, but, like, I can't give you therapy or whatever, which is a more intense type of therapy, like, we can get down into your childhood type therapy, So one day, she decides to give me psychotherapy. Not just against what the psychiatrist was talking about, because she saw I'm not going to take the medicine. You just going to throw me away? Like, I'm just going to be coming on people under the bridge? Like, is that what's going to happen when I could have so much promise and stuff like that? I'm just be somebody dead in the newspaper? That's what it's going about too, because I'm not following this protocol, and you seem like, I'm gonna just say, sometimes patients be knowing some things about themselves, you know. But anyway, so she decided to give me the psychotherapy. Very first session we do psychotherapy, we find out that I don't even remember a lot of my childhood. Completely, like, pieces, just years gone, just completely gone. I remember stories of my sister telling me stories of our childhood. I remember one of the very traumatic thing that happened. I remember that. You know, but you know, there's so much that is not accounted for. So she was like, you're gonna have to do hypnosis in order to get to where you're trying to go. You're gonna have to do hypnosis, you know. And you know, she wasn't like apologetic that it didn't really work out or it took so long. But what happened was, by that time, I had done spent my rent money. No, I didn't spend my rent money. By that time, I had spent my savings on my rent, my healthy diet, my other recreational activities, not drugs or nothing, like just things to stay inspired, mostly like artistic stuff, probably, you know. I had a little job, like a off the table job, working in the garden, under the table job, working in the garden. And that was like therapeutic for me, you know. But like, basically, my money was being spent. And the hypnosis person who I saw was the best person to go to, called $600. And I'm like, I am trying to make this life work. This is what's happening in my mind. I'm really trying to make this life work. But, you know, I feel like I have all these things against me. You know, like, I have this medical world, these medical protocols that's just really like making it difficult for me. Not only will they let me get the type of therapy that I want, you know, somebody gotta break a rule to give me that type of therapy. Then they won't let me go back to work, so I can't even go make my money unless I could pee in a cup and show you that I got medicine in my system, the same medicine that I need my friend, this whole other independent body, a body that's not mine, and we have a interesting relationship, you know, a complex relationship. I gotta trust this person to be there to guide me when I'm walking through the world like a dildo. Not a dildo. That's not what I meant to say. I really didn't mean to say that. I meant to do this like a bobblehead. I'm walking through the world like a bobblehead, you know. And I need him to come tell me, you know, he see me acting a certain way. He comes and say, you want to put your headphones in? You know, you want to watch a movie while I'm at work, you know. And I was able to work and listen to music or watch a movie and stuff like that. It was at the post office. But, you know, like, needing somebody to speak for me all the time. Not having a fight, you know, like a fight. You know, like, when I'm off of medicine, I ain't trying to fight nobody. I don't want to fight anybody. I'm too cute to fight all my life. I'm just kidding. But I'm too cute to fight at this point in my life. And, but I have a stand-up about myself when I'm off of medicine, you know. Oh, why do you think that? I can think myself, you know. Like, you want to say something or suggest something, I have received what you suggested. I understand. I don't think that's what I want to do. And on medicine, it wouldn't go like that. It would be like, I guess that's the right thing to do. No, I don't want to do it, but I guess that's the right thing to do, you know. So yeah, I think I can wrap this up under a time I tried to commit suicide and why. And that was why. And I hope it's not over 15 minutes. This may be my first Neka Knows. And I would say, go on, sparkle, y'all. Thank you for listening.